ready for reveal time. So I am going to make sure, sorry Zeus, can I shut the door? That I wait just a couple of minutes until people get in the room, and we are going to reveal the sculptures that we did, or sculpture, and also the moulds that we did, and a few little treasures. So we're just going to go through that. So, well, hello Paula, it's just me, you, me, myself and I, but look, my roots have been done. I now have a complete colour head of hair, not just so when I next do a video, my nest of grey hairs has gone. Yeah, my Neil did it for me, so it's like yay. Yeah, so I'm just going to get organised. I'm going to tilt you this way, and what we are going to do, hello Paula, I'm going to get this cable out of the way, and then we are going to look at the sculpture first. That's the most important thing. That's what we worked on yesterday a lot. So I'm just going to move my tray of goodies from yesterday, and we're going to bring the sculpture to the forefront. Just putting my trays out of the way. Not had long to prepare. Basically come home from work, had some food, and then straight up here. But at least I managed to get a live in. Yay! How has everybody been this fine morning, or day should I say? And what's everybody working on? I would love to hear from you. So here we go. We've got Kelly. Hello. I said hello to Paula. We've got Anna here. Janet. Kat from Art and Designs. And Elaine. Wonderful. And if we get time tonight and you're all willing, what we might do is a cheeky little cell swipe and see how we go. So this is the sculpture that we left set yesterday, and we're going to unpick it and show you those results. But I'd just love to know, how's your day been? I got you hooked on resin, did I, Janet? Well, what have you been working with the resin? I would love to know. So Paula is from Florida and working on some trays. Beautiful. What kind of trays are you working on? I'm just going to move my chair out of the way because I can feel I'm going to fall over it. That's it. Feel like I've got a bit more space. So Paula's been enjoying the sunshine, and it's pouring down with rain where Kat is. That's no good. The sheet fell off. All right. So I am slowly unpicking my design. It does look like it's set nice and firm, which is what we want. As we're heading to warmer weather, you can always have that issue where it may not, I'm losing the sticky tape as far as the stickiness is going, so I might have to retire some of this paper, or should I say masking tape. Who else have we got in here? Hello Cosmic Carol. Hello Cheryl. Lucy, I'm glad you're enjoying the weather. My day is just starting, 6:40 a.m. Well, welcome. Sorry, oh, that one was stuck a bit, that's no good. So the cup's come out intact, so we can recycle that and reuse it. All the bits of paper we can recycle as well. And we're recycling our masking tape where we've got any stickiness left. And then the most exciting part is removing the centerpiece. So I've got little gems stuck all over it, so just recycling them. So for people that's just joining us today, welcome. If it's the first time seeing my live, let me know. I would love to know who's the first with me. If you want to know what I've been working on, it's been a project over the past, well, yesterday. There's 3 different lives showing you how I got to this stage, and we're now revealing it and taking all its little support structure off. And we're going to reveal that, and also some, got to save my little gems where they are. And then we will show you the coasters that we worked on yesterday and the other treasures. And then if you've all got time, I'm going to show you this cell base I've got for resin. So it's a white one and a black one, and I've never used it before, and we're going to do it live together and see what we can create with it, if anything, and how good it is. But I was hoping to be on a little earlier so I could reveal this in the sun, but it's not to be. But I will make sure I take some footage of it out in the sun so you get to see it in its glory. So all the pieces are coming away beautifully. So Lucy, newbie, well, thank you. Welcome. And Dances with Advice. It is just like Christmas, all these things. And I ordered some more pigments that's come in, and the colours are lush, and I've got to stop spending, but I can't wait to share with you what I spent money on when it comes to resin and pigments. All right, it is ready to come out just about. Oh, it is. It's just like you're unpicking all these bits that you folded in to get your sculpture right. It's not quite ready to come out yet. Something else must be stuck on there. Apologies for the noise. Oh, there's some more parcel. So the reason the cup's not coming away freely, if you remember, I didn't take away the tape, the inside cellophane, we left that in. It's coming out beautifully, all removed intact. So I'll leave my cup all taped together so we get it next time. We can use this paper again as well, so that's brilliant. And then I'm going to take it in close so you can see, I think, a very beautiful, stunning sculpture. So we got some gems in there that I am, so I don't know if, so the centerpiece there, and we got a nice flowing sculpture. Sorry, I'm just looking at it to check that you're going to get to see that all the way around there. And I do love that centerpiece there, how it's darker, and that middle piece, it is just, in my opinion, just stunning. So you can put fairy lights in there, you could put a candle in there, or you could just leave it on your windowsill, which is what I'm going to do. And to me, that is just a joy. I just don't know if you can see the colour as beautifully as I'm seeing it. I'm going to try and put my torch underneath. I don't know if that's going to add it, but oh, you got a beautiful shimmer there. I don't know if you're quite seeing the shimmer, but in daylight you would be able to see that shimmer beautifully. And on your windowsill you're going to have the most beautiful reflection. No, you're not going to see that. I'm trying to ignite the glitter for you, but I don't think I am. But I think that is stunning. So yay, well worth it there. So now I'm going to go on and reveal the ones that we did yesterday, the coasters. Bear with me while I'm just reaching over to grab them. So we used the same colours that we used in here, but we added gold. And so we put the gold on the outside, then there was the turquoise, then there was the light blue, then was the ocean blue, and then was the deepest indigo blue. So we're going to reveal these now to see, because I don't know what it's going to look like on the base, but these moulds it removes beautifully from. Oh, I like that. And you got most, don't know if you're going to be able to see those colours that's come through. The downside of showing it this way, don't know if you're going to see the indigo colours there. The gold actually, when you've got the indigo over there, it's made that green colour, but I think that's coaster one. Beautiful. I'm going to have to put a very thin top coat on it, so that'll get rid of those couple of air bubbles there. But yay, you can see the shimmer? I hope so. Alright, let's go for, see if we get 3 right. The other 3 should be pretty similar, but they do just look stunning. So number 2 revealed. They're not going to look dramatically different. On that one you get to see a little bit more of that nice, it's just stunning. the gradiated colours all the way through, and I think you can see that shimmer. Back pretty similar, but those two colours together, the deepest indigo and that blue open water one, the way it's such a contrast to that turquoise and light blue, and some of those gold effects are just stunning. No white, it was a purposeful choice from myself. I just wanted to use the gold. So, nothing majorly different there, but you're still getting to see all those beautiful colours. You could choose to have them that way. I quite like that way where you're seeing the gold floating at the top. So if I was going to do it that way, all I'm going to do is put a top coat on it. So, build your oyster. That's tie-dye, and then the final one. Again, exactly the same, but it is, I think it's stunning. So those colours. Now this gold was the, I'll show you the colours that I used in these again, just for people that I've seen. So Teresa, thank you so much. So let me get the colours out that went into this yesterday. So the gold is the Resitint, and this one is the Rich Gold. I hope you can see that, sorry, with the reflection. So that was the gold that went in there. The shimmer came from the Super Sparkle White. Yeah, it was a gold powder that you put in there. So that's the shimmer from the Super Sparkle White. And then the colours, deepest indigo, light blue. I'm getting them all out, and there's one more. There's that. What was the other one? Come on, Sharon, focus on it. Where is it? You can grab it. All right. So the colour that was nearest the gold was the turquoise, and that's Resin 8. And then that went into the light blue. I've got the dark blue there, sorry. Giving you misinformation there. I know I have a light blue. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it is light blue. Then it was the light blue. Then it went into the open water blue, which was the Just For You Online. And the very end one was the darkest indigo. So though that's all, everything that went into these coasters there. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Now the ones I'm excited to show you is the jewellery. So we're going to reveal the jewellery. So I'm just going to get the dies off my fingers before I ruin any of the work. Let me get my my baby wipes. Yeah, that's what I want. So was it floating pigment, Sharon, or just normal? Are we talking of the gold? Do you want to know if it's the gold that was the floating pigment? The gold was a powder. It's a beautiful one. This is a true gold. So I know I just put you back here. What did I do with you? I've stuck it in the wrong drawer. I'm not organised. Alright, come on, Sharon. I've only just popped you back. Did I leave it out there? Oh no, there it is. So the Resitint, if that's what you're adding it, is like this. So it is a powder, but the minute it makes contact with resin, it looks like liquid gold just been poured in there or melted in there. It's the best gold I've worked with, but I'm sure there are other ones out there. So it's Resitint, and it is metal pigment powder, and this one's a rich gold, but that's all the colours that went in there other than the gold, and this one is where the gold was added, and that's where you get that floating gold at the back. That's why I'm thinking of having that as my top, and I will put clear on top of that. So all of those colours I've just showed you then went into this coaster. So we then went in and we tried this coaster that has a ripple like a water effect on there, which is uneven. So what I'm going to do, hello Patricia, you're not late, you're just in time. Sherry, you are more than welcome. Paula, thank you for keeping everybody entertained. KZ, hello. Lainey, welcome. Alright, so this one, I was inspired to do this one because I did that one yesterday. So we're going to reveal them both at the same time, which is the coasters that look like water, using the exact same colours that went into these ones here. So we're going to see what effect you can get from this mould. So it's my first time using them. I got these off Etsy. So have a little look on Etsy. So we're going to reveal this one as well. So this is the one that has the ripples in it. So you can see what I mean there, it's uneven. If we go, it's stunning, but it's not got as much as the back's actually stunning. I think I prefer the back, but only when you look at it from the different way. So look at that. So that's got all the same colours in there, and I think it's a stunning coaster. I don't know how you'd go putting your cups on there, to be honest. I don't know if they'd fall over, so I'd have to test them. But these are beautiful, like tiles. I wonder if you could do multiple tiles in different colours to create a piece of art. So there you go, I've given you some innovation right there. It does have some sparkle in there, but the back side is also good as the front. So I'm going to do the second one and see if I manage to make a pair. So this one looks like it does have more blue in there. So let's reveal this one for you all as well. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that one to me has got a little bit more light blue in there, and it's hard for you to see in that light, but when you look from the back, it is just stunning. So I'm going to have to put light behind it again. I hope I don't blind you, just so you can see those colours. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I might have a little demonstration on them myself and see if I can put my coasters on, but I don't know if it's meant to be that or just a tile. But you could use the back, but it still might be uneven. Let's have a little look. Or you could just use them in and create some art. Anyway, so they're still pretty. And then we had a little bit more resin left over. Thank you, Christina, for the thumbs up. Hello, Kat. You're right, it might make it an unusable coaster, but we'll see. Maybe you can put some, I don't know. I reckon that it's gonna, yeah, look at that straight away. I don't want to put anything on it because it's got no heat resistant, but yeah, your glass wouldn't, if you're a bit, I mean, that one it went on, if you've had a bit to drink and you're just putting your drink down on there, you'd be like, it needs to go in the right place for it not to fall over, but it stood on there. Anyway, so this, we had a tiny little bit of resin left, so we put it in the mould. So I am just gonna, it was a fairly, there's not really much detail on it because we just stuck it in there, but it's a nice little mould. I've done Jesmonite, should be in here. So I've put Jesmonite in that before, and I really liked it with Jesmonite, but I just wanted to give it a go with resin to have a little look and see what we go. Just shaking my pen. But you can instantly give this a facelift. This is a decor pen, and I don't know if you can see me doing this. I've got a few air bubbles in here, but we were right at the end of the session where the resin was really curing, and I just stuck it in there, as you do sometimes. But sometimes, you know, you could say it's like a buried treasure that you've just found. You know, I've been out in my garden digging, and look what I found, an ancient clock. Again, you can use this in sort of work of art, but it's fairly easy for you to jazz them up a little bit. So not too bad. I do really like those moulds. I really do like them in Jesmonite. Alright, are you laughing at me finding treasures in my back garden? And then this was the one where I had to squidgy it a lot. The resin was very, very tacky at this stage, so we poured it in there. It felt really weird sticking my stick right in there and getting into all the holes and getting rid of those air bubbles. So we're going to reveal it and see whether I managed to do it, but I don't know if there's a knack for getting it out here, because it seems like a very, very big thing for getting out of a little hole. Has anybody got any tips for me? What did I do? Oh, it's coming out. We're giving birth. Squidgy widgy. Oh. 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 Squidgy widgy helped. We need to let Steve know it worked. Well, we have a intact shell. The base I did. Looks like it's a picture of a country there. How beautiful does that gold look like when it is blending in with... Patricia, I didn't need no Vaseline. I knew how to... It came out quickly for me. I think there we go. Anyway, that back looks beautiful. And the mould actually is quite pretty. I reckon you could do a proper C sort of thing in there, but that is actually pretty stunning. It's a fairly deep one as well, but I do love the back side. I'm just going to say, I'll put that on the wall like that and just see how that is, but it's a beautiful mould, and if you force your stick in there and get rid of all the holes and squidgy widgy, it paid dividends. So that's the reveal there. Now, I'm only going to reveal a couple of these, but the colours in here are taken from the exact same colours that I used in here, just done in a different order. The only thing I did was rotate some silver with the gold in there. Now, on live 2, we tried it with some of the leftovers and I wasn't quite happy. It was opaque in there. It's got a beautiful texture, but it's not shining. I know that quite a few of you have said we can spray some stuff on there and it will make it shiny. Yeah, I will go in and show you a close-up of the bowl again. What I'm going to do is reveal 1 or 2 and we're going to sort of have a little look, but I need to keep the most of them ready for a video that I'm going to do when I created them. So this is the back, a little bit of spanding, but the clear one definitely added, let me have a little look, I think a lot of value to it when it's clear. So don't know if you can really see. Sorry for my nails, absolutely terrible today. Don't know if you can see, it's quite transparent, so it's quite refreshed. And have a little look at one of those. I'm going to go for one of these big ones here. Don't know why it appealed to me. Alright, so that one has got the gold in there. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that. So they're not as sparkly as I would have liked, and I think certain colours are going to look better, but I quite like that one. It's got, you can't, I don't want to hurt your eyes, but at the side there I'm seeing a lighter blue and then it goes through to, let me move that out of the way, the darker blue. So that one is kind of cool. And then I'm going to do, I'm saying I'm not going to reveal them all, but here I am. I'm going to do this one here. Oh no, I've done the dark one. Oh, I'm going to go this one. So they come out really nice. Ooh, that's quite nice. It's like frosted. So I'm seeing more of the silver there than I am. So these will be made into jewellery. And I'm just going to get rid of some rough edges around there, and I'm going to put a little bit in the top and put them in there, but they are pretty jewellery. Anyway, so that's the reveal of here, and then I'm going to take you in for some close-ups, and then, but before I do, I'm going to show you I spent some money today on some colours and I'm very happy. So These came from Resin today, all what I've purchased myself. This one's called a Milky Seafoam Green. Look at that. And then a Milky Aqua Blue. Oh, I can't wait to see what a difference they make. So yeah, so I've not used this before, Milky Seafoam, so I'm curious to know what they're going to look like when they go in then. And then I've got a new, these are all just new to me colours, you may have used them, but I've ordered a turquoise, which is an opaque one, so I'm going to try that in the next week. But look at that. And then I've got aquamarine that I've ordered, so again all different phases of blue, and then a glacier blue. So I'm thinking these colours, if I use that with sort of a kind of magenta colour, they're just going to pop. And then I've also got some powder, which is a teal pigment powder, so I'm going to see the difference between the pigment powder versus the paste. And then I think they felt sorry for me because I'm always buying with them, so I got a white pigment for free. So I don't know if that's going to add any value or anything, but I'll sort of give it a go. But that's what I've been spending on. But before we go on to the project for this evening, which is going to be, if you stay with me, wrong one, looking in the wrong one. We're going to try the Cell Base white, you got that colour, and black. And what I want to do is see if I apply these, and we're only going to put them on very small canvases, with some colour, and you can help me choose the colour. What cells does it generate with you if we either swipe it or we just put heat gun on it, or what's it going to do for us? And so I'm curious to do this. I hope you all want to hang around for this. We might even have time for a tea break. Right, let me flip the camera around so you can have a little close look. Watch your eyes if you do have a bit of motion sickness or vertigo. And we're going to come in here. And I'm going to show you my vase. I'm trying to see if the colour's the right place for you here. Let me just move that out of the way. You might get to see the colour a bit better there. Not too sure. But you got those nice dark colours in the middle. And then it comes around the edge to those slightly lighter colours. And you can see through to those others. It does have a nice sparkle. I just don't know if you're picking it up there through to the back. So you get this really nice, I think, complementing colour and design. Very simple, but sometimes simple is stunning. And those colours, I just wish I could get them to really show you the colours on there. They are mouth-wateringly absolutely beautiful. So that is going to go very proudly on my windowsill. And then we went down, and the same colours that's in that bowl is in these coasters. And that gold, I'm thinking of putting them this way. I prefer the back side, but I will dome them with some heat resistant resin. But we did have a set of 4 that I feel is quite beautiful. It gives you the feeling. And then we tested these coasters, but I don't know from a practical point of view if your cup will sit on there evenly, or maybe if you're drunk you don't need to use one. But again, the back is beautiful, the colours are lovely, but the colour scheme is just phenomenal. And I really enjoy the gold that interacts with that aquamarine, how it gives you that beautiful green. You probably can't see that in this light, I'm afraid. And then we had some leftover resin where we did this clock, and I was just showing you how to put the gold on. It's nothing fancy, but the clock mode's okay. And then we did this beautiful tray here with the leftovers where we had to squidgy it, and it's actually a really nice tray. And then the back is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to work with this gold in these blues to just try and get these beautiful greens coming through. It almost looks like it's an island, doesn't it? Shell Island. And then lastly, I showed some of these bits of jewellery that we've created today with that mould. It's got beautiful clusters, it's just not shiny. And then I showed you the treasures that we've purchased. So I'm going to put you back in the stand now. And feel free if you want to take a toilet break or get a drink break, because I'm just going to pack the stuff to one side so it's safe. And then we're going to mix up some resin and try on a couple of small canvases, those cell-based bottoms. But my question to you all is, what colours would you like to see me put in the blue or in the black? And we can put the same colours in if you just want to compare differences, or you can have a nice selection. But I'll let you tell me while I start packing away, and then I'm going to trust if we get any more guests that join us, you'll all just keep them company for me while I tidy up, so I don't look like I'm rude and ignoring you all. But I am going to tie my head up. Cheryl, it is a Lush candy for the eyes. I get very excited when you see colours that you enjoy. Elaine, sorry, putting my hair up there, nobody wants to see my chicken wings. Welcome. Ladies Craft Corner, well, thank you so much for staying behind and having a little look, much appreciated. You want to see some red? Brilliant, Christina. I'll definitely put some red in there. If I've missed any of your comments, I do apologise. I will go back and have a little look at them. And I am going to... What about one of you? Do you know what? I'm excited you said that, because what I was thinking is I really want to try some of these colours, but with like a fuchsia. Is that... Can you see it? Can you feel it? That's what I'm feeling, but I don't know which ones. But I think you're right. Anyway, I'm going to put my precious safely away. I'm very, very excited by this piece. It's so pretty. It's so delicate. It moves so pretty. I like it when I create something I really enjoy myself. Alright, so he is safe. And would you like me to work with this camera angle but pull you a little bit closer when it's time for us to do the actual cell? Putting the products on the base. I'd really love to know that as well. It's for your viewing pleasure also that I want to make an enjoyable experience for you all. So any feedback or requests, whatever word you want to use, greatly received by your host. And we are nearly done. With the jewellery, I've got a video coming up showing you how I put this in and colours, so it'll be more detailed. So if you do want any more information on that, I did put a link in for this mould. You get it off Amazon, and if you put the Drusley mould, jewellery mould, into the description, you'll find it. It's quite expensive. It's about £35, which I think it's worth it, but I would have been more excited if it was really shiny and sparkly. I think I made an assumption that because it was Drusley, that it was going to be shiny. Right, I am going to... No, I don't need it. I was going to put some paper on this, but I don't need it. I am going to have my canvases directly on this... I don't think you can see it here. Directly on the mat. The reason I'm having it directly on here, it's silicone, so it'll pull off. This is a test for us. We are not trying to create a piece of art. What we are trying to do is see how the resin's going to respond to this cell activator. For the people that are members of my channel, they'll know that I am a little bit OCD with the tidiness. So at the minute, there's crap everywhere now, so I feel a little bit out of control. So I'm just going to breathe and try and enjoy my experience. So I've got crystals everywhere, which I like to save if I see them, because I go through a lot and they're expensive. So let me see what canvas I am going to use this on, for the sake of, yeah, I think for the sake of what we're doing here, this will be a big enough canvas, not too big that it's going to sag. I might have to, I might have to quickly put some paint around the edges so that the canvas is not going to show through, and then we'll be good to mix it. Kat, your notification worked today. That makes me very, very happy. So this one is just a, what is it? Does it tell me? Does it tell me the size? All it says is strong canvas. Anyway, it's just a square canvas. Alright, quickly try and get it set up. I am going to put some tape underneath because who knows, it might make some great pieces of work that either I can build on. And I'm doing it again. I said it's not about the design, it's just about the test, but I'm already thinking, well, what if it turns into something nice? And I'll wait to find out about how would you like the camera angle. So we want to see some new colours. I think that's it really. So people want to see the new colours, happy to do that. I am just going to open my door because I'm getting quite warm. I might see Zeus try and creep in. Alright, I'm getting my tape to do the back. We have to tape up our backs, and hopefully you're all hanging in there with me. Oh, somebody missed the notification. Okay. Sorry. I am so neat. Always come to help me learn how to clean up. Oh, do you know what? I think it came. I used to do a lot of merchandising for retailing or project work, and I worked with lots of messy contractors, and if you didn't get them all tidied, you were always chasing things, and then I think I developed a little bit of OCD there. Anyway, just very, very quickly popping my tape along the bottom just so that you can remove your resin nipples. If you're proficient in resin, apologies, I'm not teaching you to like, I want to say suck eggs, but I don't know if that saying goes across the world, but I'm not trying to dumb it down for you. I do apologise. It's just in case there's new people that's on here, and I'm so used to just talking out loud with my processes on my videos. I even said to Neil, like, I'm getting up and I'm going to brush my hair now, and I'm going to brush it straight. I don't really. I don't know if you've all noticed, especially Johnny, if you're on here, my roots have been done. I'm very impressed that if I'm like looking this way at you now, there's not necessarily any big grey hairs. Alright, I'm just going to check my measurements because, oh, they're really bad. Alright, but we have our little box of papers to move those measurements. She says they've all been used the previous day to get the other one. And then I'm just going to do the edges with some colour for the black one. Otherwise the canvas just looks hideous in my opinion if it comes through and it's black that you're using. That's what I say anyway. Alright, that is not going to work like that. I think it's because I have got only three of these instead of 4, so I'm going to have to use cups for that one. By the way, I'm drinking, I don't know if you have this at the other end of the world, this is one of my favourite cool drinks, dandelion and burdock. That is not me endorsing the brand. I'm not affiliated with the brand. I just really like dandelion and burdock. It reminds me of my childhood. I don't know if you have that over in America, so I would be interested to know if you have that. Alright, one is level. Going for the other one. Still got a random crystal there. And I would love to know your thoughts as well on what other things would you like to see me do live. for any up and coming weeks. Might be time to do Jesmonite again soon, but I'm happy to know what kind of things you'd like. We could even just you know, try different colours if there's certain colours that you've not seen. Alright, when I say not seen, as far as the colours I've got that you'd like to see within the resin, I think you know what I mean. Sorry, I want to get my board level, because if there's going to be cells and it's beautiful, I don't want it moving unintentionally so that I can't control the design. Alright, so we now have the boards level. We have got the back side protected. I'm now just going to grab some black paint to go around the edges. Just going to use some basic Liquitex because it's clear to hand, and I'll see what else is going on here. Oh, it's Charlie! Charlie! Thank you! I didn't realise you were in here, my lovely. A very, very dear friend of mine. A yokel to me is just in there, and I am so happy to see her in here. Oh dear, it's the small things that make us happy. Alright, just so you know as well, I keep my, when I'm creating stuff within my space and testing them, they then move into my studio, so I'm slowly trying to glamour up my studio with my creations. I have my brushes handy. So we will definitely have a little look at the, you did say you'd check me out, and you do keep your promises, and I really appreciate it. Can you ask how large is my room? It's a small box room. For my members, I have given everybody a tour, so there is a video there of behind the scenes, but it is just a standard, what we call, if you're from the UK, a box room. That's why I have to be very, very organised. Now, I'm not too stressed that I'm only just applying this acrylic, because it's going to dry very quickly by the time we've done it. And I will more than likely start with the white first. And all I'm doing is literally trying to really focus on the edges and the top part. I might bring it around and do it all. It's only because I've used black before, and it is beautiful in resin, highly reflective, so it's going to be absolutely crap for viewers to see the detail work, because all the lights are going to get in your way. But at the same time, if you don't prep your boards properly, it's the least forgiving pigment if there's any gaps in there, in my opinion and from my experience. Has anybody got any questions? Have I tried Dutch pour? Thanks. With resin, no, but I have been thinking of trying it. I know that you can dip resin. I've got a video where you see me dip resin, and I was going to come through and do a series of just trying, will it work in resin, and maybe try like an open cut pour. If you think that'll be interesting, let me know, because I know resin is less forgiving when it comes to colours combining with each other if you move them around too much. But it's something I'm definitely considering doing. Any questions? So Ros would like to see more Jesmonite. Yep, absolutely. I'm definitely going to come back and do some Jesmonite. I need to mix it up, because while I've been doing this challenge of 7 days, seven lives in 7 days, so one a day. I did 3 yesterday. I need to make sure I'm being safe with my lungs and exposure. So again, hashtag disclaimer, please, please, please wear a respirator when working with resin. For the sake of this interacting with you, I've made a calculated risk with the windows open and the doors, but I definitely say safety first when it comes to resin. Neil's working on getting me a mic for inside my respirator so that I can talk to you without sounding like Darth Vader, or you're hearing me breathing really loud. Because it's not cool doing resin without your mask on. You start to feel groggy. Over time you become quite ill, in my opinion. Anyway, I've decided to do it all. I'm so sorry. If I'd have thought on, I could have prepped my board, but I was working today, so my downtime literally was 10 minutes after eating to get up here and be with you all. But you are understanding guests, I know that. Hopefully, when I bring you in closer, you'll be going, ooh, ah. With the white, I don't have to prep that one. You could do, but it's not really going to mean anything because it's going to be white everywhere. So it's slightly more forgiving. But if it's going to be troublesome, I'll just have to put a different coat on it or go over it and paint with some mixed media. Alright, so canvas is all primed. That's going to be dried very soon, and we are going to mix our mezzing, and hopefully we're going to be using the very last bit of the master cast, which is what I really want to do because it is on its last legs now and going yellow. Please forgive me, I'm just going to go and get some water to rinse off my brush. I don't like to waste my brushes if I can help it. I want to protect them because I do a lot of brush work. Sorry, I'm slightly off camera while I'm just getting my brush there. I've started to watch half of an episode, so when we've finished doing a live, I'm going to try and get the able to go back and see it. So if you're not aware, there's a series called The Boys on Netflix, and I'm into series 2 now, and it is a show that is a shock and awe one for me. It's about dark superheroes, but every time I watch it I think it can't go any darker, and then I'm like, oh no, what just happened? So if you have seen The Boys, let me know. I'd love to know if you like that kind of humour as well, but if you don't, it's okay. What is instead of oils? Oh, love The Boys. Yeah, I'm just watching it, and honest to God, Cosmic Carol, when I watch an episode, there is one thing within each episode that I'm like, did that really just happen? Oh dear, blush, blush, blush. Alright, so I am now gloving up. I will double glove. And we're going to double glove because you know I go in a sticky mess and then I can never get my gloves back on, although I have purchased larger gloves for when my hands do swell up that I can do it. When we are at the detail time, I'll definitely bring you in so that you can have a look at these reactions. And I think I'm definitely going to go with, I'm going to try a couple of the blues. But I'm trying to work out which blue am I going to, I'm tempted to have a go with a milky. What if I go with a milky, but then add a magenta in there and just stick to 3 colours? Or maybe I go for a transparent, like magenta or purple. What do you think? I reckon that's going to be a nice pop of colours, and they're going to be safe colours if they all blend together. Perfect choice. Alright, great choice, Johnny. I'm very happy with that. Positive reinforcement right there. Excuse my bum while I bend over again to get out my pigments. I'm definitely thinking, I'm thinking it's going to be the magenta. Do you reckon? Do you reckon that's going to be too dark? It's transparent. Maybe. Do you reckon the purple and the magenta? Two contrasting colours? Or do you reckon I need to go for a really bright colour? That will be bright, but on the black maybe not. Let me see actually. I might see if I've got a different powder and go for some opposing colours, because you're going to get some effects. You want the cherry? You do want the magenta? Let me see if I've got anything that's a little bit brighter. raspberry. I think a raspberry's going to look lush. Look at that. I think that's going to be yummy. But I might add a little bit of magenta. Oh, no, you're going purple now. You love purple. I think these colours, and maybe with a little bit of magenta so it's slightly deeper, and I think it's going to add a nice contrast because you're going to have opaque, milky, and a normal paste. So I'm curious to see how they're going to mix up. So they're the 4 colours. So we won't use many colours. I am so disorganised. Look at me running around the studio. So I'm going to need 4 containers just for the colours. And they're not going to need a lot all. And then we're going to use a bit more colours. So they're going to take about 100 mils. So 200, I reckon 200 mil is going to do that amply. 100, 100. I'm going to need very little colour. Maybe I'm going to go 220. 220 mil precisely. Alright. Here we go. So, oh, good job I checked my containers because I recycle them. That's got crummy bits in there. How bad's that? Alright, where are my clear cups? Clear cups, clear cups, clear cups. I've tidied away so well, I can't find where my clear cups have gone. Oh, gosh, that's because they're right in front of your eyes, Sharon. I do live at the end of a woodland area, so you do get some birds. So that's what you're hearing as well. But I also put Siri on to give me the sounds of nature because I can't really put music on. Alright, cell base, colour, colour. Mixing it up. Here we go. Sorry, last bit of the crap out of the way. But I am going to remember to bring my torch over. Oh, this is what happens when I'm working in my office. My office is a mess. So I've just got a standard craft gun and I've got my torch and we are ready to mix up. Because everything's in my tent, which sounds really strange, everything's in my tent, my things are not where they normally are, so I'm like, where? I'm like to-ing and fro-ing to get everything where it needs to be. Okay, so I've got my cup. Alrighty, so I've got everything where it needs to be now. That's better, and we're going to get our craft. Oh dear. Oh dear, that was all my paintbrushes just gone down the back of a cupboard, so I'm going to have to bring that out later. So we really are on the very last dregs of our master cast. So I'm lucky if I'm going to be able to get 100 ml of each out, but we'll try. But I'm not looking forward to picking up all my paintbrushes later. At least it's not my art that's falling over. I really do need... Charlie, I think I'm going to have to get you to come to my house one night when I'm doing a live so that you can be getting things from me and helping and making life easier. Alright. So that's 110. I've still got some... I've still got some left. I so want to use it all so that I can buy some more resin. Alright, so that's 110. So now I need to go to 220. So hardener and softener. That'd be hilarious. So that's the hardener in, and now I'm putting the resin in. And then I'm going to ask Siri to set a timer for 3 minutes. So I hope I don't set your one at home off. I'm not going to add any super sparkle white to this. We're just going to go with it neat. Hey Siri, set timer for 3 minutes. Now this is going to give me a good chance to catch up on what is being said in chat. By Clearcast, it's the best, as you know. It will. I am going to buy some, but I've got this to get through. I've got another brand to get through, and I've got Stone Coat to use. So I need to get through some of my old stuff that's yellowing, use the other off before I buy any more brands at the minute. Hello, Lee. Oh, Lee, it didn't work for you again. I'm so sorry. Oh, Charlie, would you really come and be my assistant? Oh my gosh. We'd have to do the dance of the bedroom. And that is, how can we fit 2 people in this small little box room? But, oh my God. Right, Charlie, I am taking you up on that, my lovely. Charlie, what is your channel? So, Charlie, what is it? Is it blog, streaming? You've got your own channel, haven't you, Charlie? But not on YouTube. Where is it? If anybody's interested, they might want to pop over and see you. Trying to see what else is going on. She's at it again, Johnny. I have not used Stone Coat countertop yet, so I purchased some. I purchased some heat resistant one. What have I got? I've got Art Coat, and then I've got some Just For You resin, which is heat resistant. So my problem is I see sparkly things and I want to buy them, but I've got to be able to use them before I can buy more. I've promised my Neil that I'll do that. Yeah. But I think once I get rid of all this overkill of resin I've got, I can then use the space that I've freed up to then put more pigments on more molds. You are so welcome. Oh, that's all right. You go and help Nathan with his PC quickly. He's definitely more important. Keep him happy. Yeah, I know Erica loves it. Artist All Dead. That's why I wanted to give it a go and see what it's all about. I'm a bit worried though in case it's a very thin coat. I like a thin viscosity. I like a medium one. And I've only got one container because it was really expensive to buy. There's a group of UK people that there's a little channel where you can go in and put towards, so the shipping cost is spread between you all, which is good. And I think they get it from Erica. But it takes you, I think, 1 or 2 goes to know if you're going to enjoy that resin. And I'm a bit worried that I'll just get... Sorry if I set it off again. Hey Siri, stop. So because we're mixing it live, there are quite a few bubbles in there, but that's okay. Just making sure it's stirred in correctly. With the heat and the different temperatures, it is impacting it. So where did you get the Stone Coat from? There is a resin group on Facebook, and I think Erica is a contact for them, and basically people who are interested in buying it go in there and let them know, and then when they're ready to do an order as a group, you tell them what you want and you pay for the product yourself, but you also share the shipping costs with everybody so that nobody's out of pocket and it's sort of fair. So I've had it waiting on my shelf for about 6 months. Luckily it's not open, it's not in direct sunlight, so it's not discolouring, but I will have to use it soon. And it is something you have to bear in mind. The minute you crack open your resin, you only have a certain shelf life before it will start to discolour or need using. Hello Jellica. You are not late, you are just in time, but you've missed all the previews and the reveals of the projects that we worked on yesterday, but you'll be able to see it if you rewatch it. And what we're currently going to do now is use these cell base, and we're going to give them a go and see how they react, and do they give us cells, which is the black and the white, or pearl white. And the colours that we're going to put in there are 2 new to me products, which is the silky milky seafoam green, milky aqua blue. It's going to be with a raspberry and also a little bit of magenta. So we're just going to pop them in there and see how they respond. So majority of my resin, can see this is going to be disastrous, is to be for the base coat. But in here, I'm just going to make sure I've got enough of each colour, and we'll see how they respond. I don't know if you can hear Neil, he's chatting away downstairs. I need my door open. I'm getting a bit hot and I need the ventilation. Alright, so I believe that's it for the colours. I will bring you in closer very soon, and then I'm going to distribute this between the white and the black. Hey Zeus, you want to go out here while I'm resin? Come on outside. Sorry, he will disappear soon. I don't like him in here while I'm resining, just because of the smell. There he goes. My little teddy bear that is Zeus. Now, I was told by the manufacturer that once you apply your cell base down, you need to apply your colours fairly quickly. But when I went to a class, because I got it when I went to one of their classes just to see if I could pick up more information about the resin, they were using it as you would do a normal resin. Mix it up, put it down, add your colours and swipe. But I'm not too sure. So I suppose that's going to be part of the fun of the experiment today, hey? What, if anything, is it going to do? And then how it responds might give us some inspiration for future projects. And what else we can do. Now, this cell base you can get in multiple different colours. So if you're not necessarily wanting a black base or a white base, you get all these different colours that you can have. So they've got a nice little selection for you. I think that's quite exciting. Now, my lovely people know that I have a little bit of a OCD problem with cleaning out my containers as I go, because I really don't want to clear out really sticky containers. It makes me very unhappy. So I just use some clear wipes and get rid of all my excess out, and then with just one baby wipe or alcohol wipe, whichever one you've got handy, you'll remove all the rest of that sticky residue, and then you're good to go when you next need to use it. If you leave it while it's really tacky, you're going to leave bits of hairs in there and everything, and it's just a pain, and it makes Sharon want to cry. Hence why, clean as I go. How are you all? Are you all entertained? You're not finding this really boring? Yes, you are so right, Cheryl. I've not tried this myself, so hashtag disclaimer, I can't say that this is right, but you know Miriam with a Y from Miriam Treasure, if you're on her channel, double check this, but I remember having a conversation with her where she mentioned that she kept hers in the fridge, and that also preserved the life and stopped it yellowing. Now, I've not tried that myself, I've not had a need to do that, but because I think she used a little quantity of it because she makes jewellery, I think that's how she stops hers yellowing. So always store it outside of direct sunlight, Cheryl, so that's a really great tip, and thank you so much for sharing that. How are you going, Paula? Are you keeping up with everybody? All right, perfect. So Paula's got a new laptop, so it's making it easier for her. But I do want to thank every single supporter I've got out there, and a special thank you to all the members that are helping me keep dreams coming true and putting content out there, and thank you for the leap of faith. And everybody that does give me a thumbs up, a like or share, it really does help my channel, so thank you all so much for that. Now, we are going to apply, we're going to go for the Milky Aqua Blue first, and I'm going to see what that one does. I'm going to have to pop it, aren't I, before it comes out. Yeah. No! I've lost my lid. So it's sealed nicely, so I'm not going to be able to get in there with my double gloves, am I? Nope, I'm going to have to get my knife. Oh, the dramas of resin art. Just gone to get my knife. Alright, so just gonna, it's so beautiful. When I said beautiful, that's the wrong word. It's really nice that they do care and they put these good sealants on there to protect your pigments, but it's such a pain when you come to use them, especially if you're in a little bit of a rush. Alright, so I'm assuming that I'm going to add the same amount that I would add if I've got it on my stick, so not a lot. I'm just going to come in and give it one little squirt, and then we're going to see how that, I'm going to put that in and see how that responds. Oh, stunning colour. Resin have made me so happy this year with their colours. I don't know if it's going to be quite transparent though. It's quite milky, so it's right to the title. I don't know if it's going to be bright enough to stand out against the black. I'm going to add a tiny little bit more, one more squirt. But this is why I'm experimenting, so we see where we are. Alright, so that's made it more opaque. It is a beautiful milky colour. That's going to be gorgeous in a sea foam right at the beginning of the froth. Absolutely stunning. So that is colour number 1. I am going to leave my stick in there because I have a feeling that I'm going to drape it in there. Now we're going to go for colour number 2, which is the seafoam green. I have a feeling though that these colours might be a bit too light against these bold colours that I'm going to use. Oh, for the love of everything holy, just come off. Alrighty boo. Gotta make sure I put the lid on. So I'm coming in now. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Try it again. I've given it a decent squirt this time, so I don't have to go back and add more. So that was two big squirts. And then, let me see. Oh, that's a stunning colour. I don't know if you can quite see it in there. So lush. So you can definitely tell why they're called milky. They are definitely milky. But they are going to be stunning. Alright, on to the raspberry, not the cherry. That's the raspberry we're going to go in. That's just got one dab of my stick in there. Quite dark, but it is beautiful, but it is going to dominate, is that right? Dominate, not dominate those colours, but it is quite transparent itself, so it is almost like a cherry colour. Maybe that's going to help with the colour spot. Oh yes, I have a feeling I'm going to make a mess soon, people. Does look quite dark compared to the others, but hopefully the magenta might add that pop that we need, which is a bright colour. It is opaque, but we're going to go with a decent dab to give it decent dab. Paula, my teeth are still not in, so that's a bit better. So the other one's deep. There we go. What's that? Oh, has somebody been in and been a little bit nasty? Aww. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You guys are all in here. You're sharing the positive vibes. So we now have 4 colours. That raspberry is more like a cherry colour, so I think that'll make Paula happy. And I am now going to mix these cell-based colours, but I'm going to shift my crap and I'm going to think about where the camera handle is. Once I've mixed these, I'll bring you in fairly quick. So I'm going to add the black. I hope it's going to work still. It's got a little bubble in it. I'm going to pop it and it's going to go all over. I can feel it. Oh. It got skin all over it. That was its skin. That's not good. Alright, so this definitely has a smell of house paint. Like a gloss. Very, very strong smell. So it's got a smell like terps. So you might have to be very careful with that if you have any kind of allergies to those kind of smell. But it is going to be very, very, very dark, which is good. So yeah, it's high shine. It's definitely like a gloss, I think. Alright, so the very final one, we're going to add the white. I have a feeling that once you've popped it, you've only got so long to use it before it's going to dry out. So a very similar thing here. We've got a skin over the top of it. I'm going to pop through my skin. Should really move it. Give it a little stir. It is like house paint. Now this one's a pearl, so it's not actually a pure white. But I'm just going to see if I just put one dab in there. Be interesting when you apply the heat, that smell. So definitely wear a respirator if you're working with this, in my opinion. Alright, so this is a pearl as opposed to the white. But it's a nice thick consistency. I'm going to have to do lots of paintings now to make sure I use all this. So if I have any left, I'll put some in a coaster just to see if you put it in there with pigments, what happens. But alright, let me just rock and roll with this. I'm trying to get the stuff out of the way that I could potentially splash stuff all over. There goes my paintbrushes again. Oh, brilliant. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Imagine what it'd be like if I have a little helper. Alright, avert your eyes if you are a little bit motion sick. I am going to bring the camera over for you to be able to see. I'm going to tick you around. Alright, here we go. I'm going to try and get you down slowly. Hopefully you're going to get a fairly good view there. I think you're going to get most of it in there. Let me just check that the light's going to be good for you. Alright, I think we're in a good place for you there. Just let me know that you can see that alright. Alright, let's go with... I am going to pour both of them on together. And what I mean by that... Oh, could you imagine a part black, part white one? I'm going to put my black on and push that around. See how we go with this. Just going to get it all over. Force it over the edge. Sorry if my hand's in the way. And then I am going to come and put the white base on. Because I really can't see how you have to put it on really quickly for the cells. It makes no sense. But I might see why they said that after I've done this. Because if you don't follow the manufacturer's advice and you don't get the results that they say you'll get, then it's your own fault, isn't it? But we're winging it, people. We're doing this together live to see what we're going to end up with. So we know canvas is sag in the middle, but because this is a small piece, it's going to be okay. And it's going onto a silicone mat down here. So if there are any pretty runoffs that come off, we're going to be okay. Just forcing it over the edge, especially on these curved pieces here. And then I will go around with my fingers and touch it up, but I'm curious to know. See, it just doesn't like to hook those corners. I'm curious to know with the leftovers, if I was to put in a coaster, what's it going to do? Alright, exhibit A done. I'm going to do the pearl now. This is where I think, oh, I'm going to be able to see if the white canvas is exposed, so I really want to try and force it over the edge. Whoops, sorry, just not the camera there. Very, 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 very strong smell of gloss paint. I do actually like the smell of gloss paint, but it's not like when you're doing your walls, you don't really smell it. So I just want to share the experience I'm having with it, just so that you understand. And I think it's why we're probably going to get some cell reaction happening, because it's very similar to the casting craft. It's oil based, so when you start to get oil in there, that's when you're going to get some of your reactions. Now it is pooling in the middle, and I'm seeing that more on the white. So from a finished piece point of view, when you're using canvases, you start to see it pooling, but I'm not going to stress at this point. I can add some at the end. So let's have a little go and see what we're doing. So I'm going to start with this one first. Just pulling the colours on. I'm not, I don't know how much to add or what coverage I'm going to get, so I'm just sort of randomly doing it, and I'm going to get my heat gun and blow it and then see what happens, if anything. I don't even know if this is going to make anything pretty or anything like that. Oh, that took over, didn't it? See, that is definitely not standing out much on the black, so I'm assuming this colour's not either. Should have used a brighter colour there. Let's try. Oh, hello Zeus, you're going to take stuff out of my studio. It's very nice of you, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more of this milky colour. A little bit more there. And then we're going to give it a blow. I'll put more of the milky stuff here because I think that's the only thing I'm going to see. Alright, let's see. Move this out of the way because that's going to be disastrous. I'm now going to come in with my heat gun and try and get some action happening. Get my heat gun right in there. I'm going to start to see if anything starts to happen with that. This one I don't think I'm going to get anything special happening because of the colours. It's just going to blend right in. So what I am going to do is add some colour to the resin I've got left. got some cells happening, but not a lot in this area here. I'm gonna just put a little bit more of this here. What I am going to do is add a little bit more white, even though there is a lot of white on there, just to see if it's just by putting the white on it there is what's going to give me sort of the cells. I love that part there. I love that part there. This is stunning in a subtle way, but it's just not bright, so I'm going to have to add some colours in there. I'm just going to come back this way. So it definitely is the white that's doing it. So here you're getting some beautiful cell action. When I added the white in there, it brought some of those cells back. I'm wondering if I was to put some more white on there and brush it out, what would happen. What I'm going to do is just add something bright here to this side here. Give it a quick torch. See what happens, if anything. Be interesting to see what happens over a period of time. Those colours there, just stunning. So I'll let that one set, but this one here I'm going to try and rescue and add some bright colours to what I've already got. So I've got my bum to you, I apologise. What is it that I'm trying to put in there? I'm going to try the cobalt blue. Oh, there goes some of my stuff again. I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, there's some beautiful subtleness here. It's just, what to do, what to do, what to do. Do you reckon? Yeah, it's just lost. It's, hopefully I'll try and keep the bottom part, which I like. But I am definitely going to experiment more with this. So I'm going to try, somebody suggested a Dutch pot. I think it might work beautifully with it. So I'm going to blue there, and I'm going to try and come back with something bright at the other side. And add a bit more black in there, because if I put black, that seems to be what creates the cells. But oh, the depth there is just beautiful, which I'm sorry you can't see. I will come back and show you. Just going to look for something a little bit lighter for this side here, which is more likely going to be my casting craft. This is me winging it and going with gut intuition. So I've just added a little bit of I've made my own kind of lilac colour there. I'm just going to come into this side here, just trying to tone some of these colours up. That's actually really pretty. So there's definitely hope with this product, should I say. Absolutely lots. Alright, so I am going to put a tiny little bit more black here. And then I'm going to blow again and see if I've just destroyed that. Not that there was anything much there, or if it's going to give me some effect. So let's go for it. So no, I don't think. Let's see what it settles down like. So I'm going to take you in and show you. Do you know what though? I reckon that this is very, very promising. I'm excited. And if I'm excited, you should be excited, in my opinion. So let's take you off. So these are going to settle down still over time. I can have a go at swiping a colour if you want, but let's take you down here. So I'm going to go down and up. I'll definitely try using my torch for you. We'll just show you what we've got at the minute. Look at that gradiating colour there. So there's not as much cells as I thought, but I think that could have been me overworking it as far as the colour ratio to the white or the black. So when we come in here, look at that. That little section there is just stunning. And I think that's when you get the ratio right. So these have just got really absorbed. Sorry, the high reflection. I've really got absorbed in the black. So I'm wondering if cells will continue to appear or if that's it. But I've just had a little look here. There's a little bit of gunk there. Now somebody wanted me to see if I swipe the colours, what will it happen? So I'm just going to go on torch now to see if anything happens for you. So I don't think the torching is actually doing anything. It's not giving any more value to it. We'll try this one. But they are pretty. I mean, it's very subtle. If I could have got the right colours, that has got so much potential. I mean, it's just blended in, but somebody might like subtle. This is pretty. The colours are pretty. I don't know if I like the design. I think it's overworking. But what I could do, now I have no resin left. If I had some more resin mixed up, I'd try something else. Maybe a swipe. Who's left me? Sandy. No worries, thank you. What do you think? See, I think that'll be it for really. Oh, I might be interested to do a little swipe there. Bear with me. I've just gone to get some tool of the trade. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I might be willing to give it a swipe and see if anything, what's going to happen. Ooh, I don't know. I think I might add some black on it and try it, but I don't know if that's just going to... It's not really doing anything. Do you mean put the colour on there and swipe it itself? Let's have a little look. So if I was to put some blue directly on here, or would you put some colour on it and then black? Is that what you're talking about? All right, so you're talking about put blue directly on here and give it a go. All right, let's have a little look. Let's see if that delivers us anything. Let me show you what I did. Put the colour on the canvas, then swipe with the base. All right, so the colour's on the canvas. Then swipe with the base. You need to get the hang of the swiping. Doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe I did that wrong. Maybe that's not what you were meaning. some. I'll show you. Oh, oh, oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm so sorry, I dropped you. It's getting to that stage. All right. So, I don't know if I did it right. There's a few, oh, you can't see it. A few diddy cells coming, but not a lot. Yes, I'll definitely see you at the crafting nut later. But I think for tonight, we're just going to leave it. And then we're going to see how it evolves. And then tomorrow, we might do a puddle pour. And then see. And then I'm going to see. I'm just going to try. I know I caught it again, didn't I? I'm just going to see different things. But I just love that little bit there. Absolutely stunning. But there are some things that are creeping through. Yeah, I think it will, but I've run out of colour. So for tonight's experiment, I think that there's some beautiful, beautiful potential in these. And I'm excited to come back and try some more. But I think for my own sanity and my own health, I think that's what we need to do this evening is just park it there for me. I'm going to go and sit outside in some fresh air for a little bit now. And I'm so, so, so happy that you enjoy doing this little experiment with me. So I'll show you what they cure like tomorrow. And then think about different colours you'd like and what you'd like to see me try with them. Because I've got plenty of small canvases and maybe we can try a different thing on each tomorrow. Now I am off work tomorrow. So what that means is I am going to do some flowers, resin flowers. So I'll probably do one at 2 o'clock where we come and lay it, and then 4 hours later we come back and we start to sculpt the flowers. So we'll do 2, 6, 8. I reckon 1 o'clock we will lay our flowers. 5 o'clock we'll come back and we'll sculpt the flowers. And then at 8 o'clock, I'll come back and we'll do the swipe. And we can sort of see the results from tonight and give some suggestions for what you want to see tomorrow. Is that okay? You are so... Yes, I am going to go get some fresh air. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, subscribe, share. Remember, wear a ventilator when working with resin. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be outside doing the flowers. So that'll... and then hopefully I'll have worked out how to put my mask with my mic in there. Anyway, thank you, Paula. Thank you so much for your support and have an amazing night. And I'll see you on the next live or next video.